So, congratulations to the Houston Astros. They just got one of the top free agents in Christian Walker. Now, how do I actually feel about this, considering that I'm a Mariners fan? Give me a few moments to breathe, as you will find out after a word from our sponsor, SeatGeek. SeatGeek is a mobile ticketing app for sporting events, concerts, and other events. They make the buying experience easier by the app ranking each ticket from 0 to 10 to see if you are getting a good deal, and you can see exactly where you are sitting. I regularly use that app, and I have had nothing but a fantastic experience with SeatGeek. Use my promo code RoofTopSports to get $20 off of your first purchase. Link to the code, app, and website will be in the description, so take advantage, and thank you. So yes, in case you haven't heard, the Houston Astros did sign Christian Walker to a 3-year, $60 million contract, and literally, this was what woke me up from my midday, more like mid-morning nap, because I really needed it, because I just like naps. But man, they signed Christian Walker. And all it took was a 3-year, $60 million contract. Which makes me very concerned. Like, what are the Mariners doing? Like, I remember I heard, according to Peter Gammons, which was forwarded by Mariners Mojo, which, by the way, thank you for making that video. They were in the running for Christian Walker, which apparently never happened. And then after that, they were supposed to be trading Luis Castillo for some kind of bat. That hasn't happened. And I don't know if it's even going to happen. And then they allow, or basically everyone, more like the Mariners, they allowed the Yankees to get Cody Bellinger after losing Juan Soto. And then, according to John Morosi, which I don't believe one bit, the Mariners were supposed to be in trade talks to get Josh Naylor, which also has not happened. This is really frustrating because while the Mariners are watching the Sacramento A's and the Houston Astros make their moves to make their teams better, right now, Mariners are absolutely sitting and doing absolutely nothing. The only thing that they have done so far was basically non-tender Josh Rojas. That's literally the only move they have done. They haven't signed really anyone legitimate. They signed like maybe a couple players to like minor league contracts, and one of them was just a claim by waiver for some third string catcher that's easily going to be behind Mitch Garver. I don't even know if he's going to make the baseball team. Which begs the question, when are the Mariners going to make a move? And not only just make a move, when are they actually going to make legitimate moves to make the team better? Because if John Stanton, Jerry Dipoto, and Justin Hollander, if they think that this team can actually even make the playoffs with the team they have right now, which does not have a good first baseman, unless you want to count Luke Raley maybe, but he's a platoon player at best. Your second baseman is most likely going to be Ryan Bliss or Dylan Moore, as they'll just take turns, I guess. Your shortstop, J.P. Crawford, who has had a complete down year from 2023. And then third baseman, you don't even have a third baseman. Now, maybe the outfield's okay, but I don't even trust that outfield either with Victor Robles. Yes, he had a good half season, but I don't trust him for the full time. If they actually think that this team, with the players they have now, if they think that they can make the playoffs, especially on top of the A's and the Astros making moves, and Texas might come back healthy. If they do, and they probably will, I don't know. This is not a playoff team. Frankly, I don't even know if this is an 85-win team. Because if the team right now, from 24, if they won 85 games, and that was with Houston basically limping their way to the playoffs, a broken Texas team because they were injured, the A's were basically in the process of moving to Sacramento, and the Angels are still the Angels, what would make anyone think that they're going to do any better than 85 wins? Because they won't. So basically, the Astros are still in contention. Easily. Because now they got their corners taken care of. They got Isaac Paredes because they traded Kyle Tucker. So I guess the only concern for Houston is they just need outfielders, which, knowing their organization, I don't doubt that they will make that outfield. I'm sure that they'll make it better easily. I mean, look at the Mariners. They're having a hard time trying to find the right deal for Luis Castillo, and they're letting like Boston bully them around. They're letting the Cubs bully them around by giving them low ball offers. Or maybe Jerry DiPoto thinks those were the good deals, and the other team's like, no, I need a little bit more than that. But it seems like Jerry DiPoto and Justin Hollander are fumbling on their trades and their negotiations. And also, you have John Stanton, who literally just doesn't care about winning at all. But here's my crazy proposal to the Mariners. Get that trade of Josh Naylor done. I don't care how it's done. Just get it done. And Alex Bregman, since that nobody has really signed him or not really much interest, why don't you sign him? Negotiate with Scott Boras. I know Scott Boras is a tough agent to work with, but Jerry DiPoto and Justin Hollander, your job is a sales job. Sell it to them. And I know that the Mariners aren't going to sign Alex Bregman, and I know that this YouTube algorithm isn't going to even promote it, but I'm saying it for the bottom of my heart. Please sign Alex Bregman. Please complete that trade for Josh Naylor or just anyone competent off of trading Luis Castillo, if that's what it takes, or any of our prospects, if that's what it takes. But it seems like they're not going to do anything. And I think it's clear based on what the Yankees are doing, what the Astros are doing, and what the Mariners aren't doing. It seems that they are not even committed to even return to the playoffs, because I guess their run from 2022 made the Mariners convince themselves that Mariner fans are going to stick around. That they're going to be okay with just, oh, hey, we had that nice little 2022 run. Too bad it was stopped because of those cheating Astros, which, by the way, they didn't cheat. The Mariners cheated themselves with Scott Servais putting in Robbie Ray against Jordan Alvarez. So going forward, I have no idea how the Mariners are going to think that they can compete. And of course, you have Justin Hollander saying very insulting comments like, oh yeah, we're trying. We're just having a hard time finding the right deal. It sounds like that they're just doing a really bad job. I don't think they are trying. Actions speak louder than words. And when you have stuff like this happens, this is where the irrational part of me comes to play. And I don't like to. I don't want to be someone that complains all the time. I want to see the Mariners make good moves. I want them to make the playoffs. I want them to win the World Series. But if you think that the Mariners are even going to even maybe break 85 wins with the team they have now, you are absolutely kidding yourselves. So until the Mariners do something, swing around, make trades, get key free agents, John Stanton, forget about your budget, just at least for the next couple years or a few, spend a little bit more money to get the best possible players that will fit within your ridiculous budget, or just increase the budget. The Mariners aren't going broke, and even if they go broke, they're not going to go broke at all. I guess, which it doesn't make sense. Like, why is it that when the Mariners had Jack Zarenzek, terrible GM, when the Mariners had Bill Bavasi, terrible GM, why were they allowed to spend however they wanted? But why isn't Jerry DiPoto and Justin Hollander allowed to spend? At least they were allowed to back in 21 and 22. But now all of a sudden the spending stopped. So I guess the 2022 playoffs was it. I guess that was their only goal. I guess that was all they needed. They just needed one playoff appearance to make that their legacy. So Jerry DiPoto's legacy is, and Justin Hollander, it took him 6 years to get the Mariners into the playoffs. And now he's at year number 9 as a GM, and still only one playoff appearance with this exciting core of a Mariners starter, the core of Julio Rodriguez and Cal Raleigh. And the Mariners seem like that they are just going to waste it all away. Now, that's going to be it. I just thought I'd just let this out of my system because this Bregman thing just happened. I thought I'd just let it out. For all you Mariners fans that are just feeling in pain, put it in the comments and express everything how you feel. Or if you're an Astros fan, put it into the comments and express your excitements. Even laugh. Put your laugh emojis. Say that we suck. Do everything of that. And maybe, in order to save the Mariners, maybe I should start some kind of GoFundMe to get the Mariners to even spend any kind of money. Get them to do that. If that's what it takes, then maybe we should. And also put the comments in there and see if maybe putting a GoFundMe will help the Mariners spend money, if that's what it takes. Anyways, that's going to do it. I just want to say thank you. Thank you for following my channel. Thought I'd just put in my little few words on what the Mariners could have done, where it was just 3 years, $60 million. I think they easily could have done that. Anyways, that's it. And painfully saying, go Mariners. So yes, in case you haven't heard, and it literally woke me up from my nap, it was like a mid-morning nap that I had. And because this news happened, I had to jump on the camera and just say something about it. So yeah, looks like the contract for Christian Walker by the Astros, it was a 3-year, $60 million contract, which means it's $20 million a year. And now he is on the Houston Astros. Yes, the bitter rival of the Seattle Mariners. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Seattle Mariners, what are you doing? You guys, according to Peter Gammons, you were going to get Christian Walker. Looks like you were in the running for it, but then, of course, it died really quickly. And then you allowed the Yankees to get Cody Bellinger for basically nothing.